how do you define someone as locally homeless versus not local in terms, I guess, is it that they lived here 1 year, 3 years, 5 years? I guess when you're talking about people who are locally homeless versus people who are homeless from out of the area, how do you differentiate?
Yeah. I honestly believe that question is going to be more suited to our Continuum of Care Council, because they're the ones who are putting out and going with definitions. But for us, what we've done at the mission is in our software database, we are tracking that so that we can get accurate statistics. We're not saying whether a person's local or not. We're saying when they get there, have you lived in Shasta County for 0 to 6 months, 6 months to 1 year, 1 year to 5 years, 5 years to 10 years. In the past 10 years, I don't think we really need to worry about that. And so those are the questions that we're asking, we're tracking, so that way next year we can give an accurate statistic of what we're seeing within the mission itself. But to say what's local, what's not local, the mission doesn't really attribute what's local or not. We just want to look at actually what is the solid amount of time you were here.
Okay.
Hope that answered that okay.
I understand. So one proposal that other cities have looked at, and perhaps some have implemented, is a tent city with bathrooms to help the homeless. What's your take on that idea of creating essentially a area where they can camp out, then they have bathrooms and other facilities?
Again, that my personal perception, that is more for the city and the county officials to discuss if that's something they want to do, should do. If the city and or the county are the ones putting the restroom facilities out there, there's a lot of red tape and regulations for the sanitary portions of it. I think you're also looking at what is the environmental impact of the place that they're going to be living in, and then what are the conditions and who's going to police it, because you still need to police that. Why? What if you're having children in there? Now CPS is going to have to be involved. What if there's sex offenders and children living there? You have a huge problem. And so there still is going to have to be community involvement, more government resources going to it for who's taking care of the sanitation, the environmental impact, as well as the policing of the overall place. It's not really a simple solution. This is a really complex thing we're dealing with. But we do actually have quite a number of resources in Shasta County where people can go and take advantage of restroom facilities, take care of their hygiene, all of that throughout the day and or the night. Missions 24/7, so they can be there, 24 hours a day. So those are questions better suited for our city and our county, but that's my initial reaction and perception to it. You really have to think critically about it, because there's negative impacts to our community as well.